Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Abby with Abby Reviews, and this is going to be my review and recap for Love and Hip Hop Family Reunion, Season 1, Episode 3, I think. Yeah, Episode 3. So, I may not look like this at the end of this review. By the end of this review, I may have gotten my life together by then, because right now I just look raggedy. But let's jump into the foolishness, shall we? Okay, pause before we get to the ladies' spa day. So, everybody's waking up. I don't know why Trick Daddy has a deep fryer in his room, but he deep frying some pork chops for breakfast, child. I don't know what's going on. Then Young Jock goes out for some exercise with his son. They go running uphill. He said he ain't... Listen, he said he old. He not old Jock yet, but he middle-aged Jock, and he out of shape and he can't do this. So he proceeds to have a conversation with his son. He asked him about talking to Carly's daughter and how that went, and asked him did he have rubbers, and little boy was like, I got 3 boxes. And he was like, young man, what did you think you was coming here to do? He was like, I stay ready. I don't know. You listen, I don't know. So I'm ready for everybody else. If you stay ready, you got... Jock then proceeds to have a real grown man father-son conversation about him trying to shield him from things and his son not listening and hanging with the wrong crowd. And Jock, keep your family away from your club. Your son got arrested for doing donuts in the parking lot. Your nephew got shot right outside the club. So I don't know, baby. Your club seems to be a common denominator. So maybe you keep the boy. I don't know. Keep him out of trouble. Keep him away from the club, baby. But they seem to come to some type of understanding. And it's good to see a father and son have a real conversation without either one being disrespectful and them actually listening to each other. So, nice. Okay. Pause. So, Sierra did a spa day for the ladies, and the only people who were missing was just Trina and Joy, Erica, and Yandy, because Yandy is preparing for the event for that evening. But they just got together and relaxed, and they gave Bambi her flowers for how good a stepmom she is to Imani. And Erica just needs to relax, sleep, release, because she's like, I'm here and I'm trying to relax, but I still got stuff going on at the house with Scrappy and stuff, and she's trying to get her life together. Yandy is talking to Mendices about the evening. She has some activists coming to talk to everybody, and she's just nervous and wants it to go. So the women are talking about being mothers and everything, and the ladies are talking about how, whenever Jasmine calls her mama, who's Carly Red, she says, they like, whatever she's doing, no matter what it is, when you call, she stops everything to answer your call. And Jasmine is feeling her abandonment issues because she was raised by her grandmother. Her mama was trying to grind to make sure that she could have the material things. And she needed her mama physically there. And that's always like the push-pull of when you are in this type of life. So the men are having conversations about relationships and what all they're doing and all that good stuff. And Ray J's weird ass just eyeballing the chicken from Wingstop like it's got cooties and gonna bite him before he eats. He's so weird. And then he's like, Princess is like, you doing too much. Go to your room. like he a child and putting him out, and it was like, and you in the middle, like, you went to your room. Yeah, when you act like an infant, sometimes that's how you get treated. So she's like, I know she loved me, but I feel like she don't like me, which is a big deal in a marriage. And then there's more conversation between Sierra and Erica about her and Scrap and trying to model good relationships for the children. She's absolutely right. You know, it's not the children's fault. And as the children get older, they'll see things for themselves. But it is most conducive with your kids to have at least a cordial co-parenting situation with the other parent. You know, even if y'all don't like each other, y'all can still be cordial and speak and be decent towards each other for the sake of your children. Model healthy co-parenting situations for your kids. It's only going to help them in the long run. I'm going to fast forward through the commercials. So not much happened in this particular section. Everybody just sitting around kicking it. They talking about the animals that are in that particular desert. You know, they talk about April and Fizz. Fizz is a dick. He said, I don't befriend exes. Because if we cool, I'm just going to fuck you and not talk to you again. Wow. Okay. Wow. Inability to have healthy relationships is, that's, And so, they talk about Trick Daddy's obsession with April, and then Jock get a text message, and somebody's died, and we don't know who. So I'm trying to fast forward through the commercial, just figure out what the hell is going on before we get to the Black Lives Matter moment, because it all feeds into one another. So apparently the young rapper, up and coming rapper, his name was Mo3. He was shot and killed while driving down the highway. And that's what Jacques was upset about. Apparently he knew the young man. I think maybe he was his artist, or they just knew each other and they had connected. And he was devastated. And then he had to go tell his son. And, you know, his feelings is just hurt. And him and Scrap kind of have a conversation about, you know, them as OGs have to teach the young ones that when you get blessed and you get put on in this career, you have to leave the hood shit behind. So, and it was good to see Black men showing their emotion and it being hurt and it being okay to cry. And to see his son comfort his dad. Ooh, child, it's a lot. It is a whole lot. Now let's go into this is probably going to take me deeper into my feelings. Let's go into this Black Lives Matter moment with Yandy. Okay, so they end the episode with a very powerful Black Lives Matter conversation and moment. They had two leaders of the movement, my son and Tamika. Oh, God. I'm sorry, I had to pause to find the young lady's name because I wanted to make sure that I said her name. So the young man's name was My Son. He's a rapper, and the young lady's name is Tamika Mallory. And she had them both come. My son did a spoken word, and Mallory did a short speech, and then they were having conversation around the table about how not only do we have to seek justice when we are done wrong by the system and the police, but also in doing right by each other and eliminating crime in our neighborhood. I didn't say black on black crime for a reason, because it's just, there's no such thing as just crime. We don't call it white on white crime. We don't call it Asian on Asian crime. It is just crime. So again, kudos to them for, bringing this to the forefront and using their platform and their voices to inform and inspire everyone that they come in contact with. I genuinely appreciated the conversation at the table and everything that was done. The only things that did strike me when watching this was the fact that they had everybody standing in front of the stage. They couldn't have let everybody sit down. I know them women in them heels was like, how long is this going to last? Because my feet say no. Then the only person that had him still wearing a mask is Ray J. Child, he said he don't care. He don't care. All right, let's get into the final thought. All right, you guys, so this was a good episode. It was really heavy. It was really heavy for such a normally such a bumper gum. It's a little messy drama, a little foolishness, but this was really heavy. Real life really stepped in on this episode, and I can appreciate it. I absolutely can appreciate it. Our hearts and prayers go out to the young man who was shot on the highway and his family. Sorry. We continue to pray their strength, because a lot of people, when something happens, they get a lot of support and prayers at the beginning, but grief, it doesn't just happen for that short moment of time. It's with you for the rest of your life. So I continue to pray their strength. That's all I have for this particular episode. Like, comment, and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a kin, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.